Going into 2026, I really wanted to up my road pour over game. I believe I've made some ground. This is my trusty coffee road case. I can throw it in the back of the van. It gets banged around, Harbor Freight, kind of Pelican knockoff, if you will. So first off in the kit, and the most difficult thing to find for the road is the kettle. I just recently bought this really cheap kettle from Hamilton Beach. I got this because it was literally the smallest gooseneck kettle I can find. However, I actually really struggled to get good flow control with it. I don't know if it's just the size or the shape of this kettle, whatever, but last time we were out on the road, I found myself either pouring way too hard and pushing the water right through, or having almost no flow at all. And that brings me to the next part of my road kit. You'll notice with a lot of people's travel coffee setups that there's some sort of flow control device. I went to buy a Melodrip and I realized that they were $40 and I said, wow, that's expensive. I have a AAA that I don't use a ton, so I grabbed this shower head, I guess that's what you call it. And then I also had this little temperature gauge laying around from my Bright. And I just said, now I have a Melodrip. Surprisingly, this works really well. Pouring is the one variable that is the hardest to replicate. This can be especially hard when I'm on the road and I'm using a kettle that's a little bit wonky that I'm not super familiar with, and couple that with not having a lot of time. A lot of times I get coffee that's just not quite reaching the potential that I can reach at home. I can kind of lean on this to almost get rid of some variables in a way. Next, of course, we have our pour over device, just a plastic V60. What else do you need? Pair that with the T90 Cafec medium dark filters here. I like pretty fast filters. These work extremely well. Love it. Just to save space in here, especially since I got this big kettle. Got this tiny little scale from Amazon. Makes me look like a drug dealer. It's accurate to 0.1 of a gram and has a timer. That's all you need. The most important part of any pour over brewing setup, of course, the grinder. And right now I've got the EasyPresso ZP6. This is my newest grinder acquisition. I must say I've been very impressed with the coffee I've been getting from this grinder. Really great pour over grinder. Super low fines production, so you get tons of clarity. You probably already know that. That being said, I also do some espresso on the road as well for my wife, who loves her espresso drinks. So I'm not showing you my espresso setup today, but I will also be bringing Comandante C40, which I'll be primarily using for espresso. However, it is nice to have. I get some beans that suit a more kind of blended flavor profile, a little more body.